Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad to have you here today. I must ask, I hope you're keeping well and you're safe wherever you are. Today we're going to be talking about something very interesting. It's about child development, and we're going to be looking at the topic, the right of children. The right of children. Like, I would like to say this. Do you know that if society is unstable, if a nation is unstable, it's as a result of how the children were treated while they were small. And so we are here to look at the basic rights of children and how we caregivers, how we parents, teachers, institutions can come together to know this right and how we can best serve the children in our care. And so let's ride on. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like. I need your comment. I need your sharing. Thank you. All children have these rights, no matter who they are, where they live, what language they speak, what their religion is, what they think, what they look like, if they are a boy or if they are a girl. No matter their background, no matter who their parents or family are, or what their parents or family believe or do, no child should ever be treated unfairly for any reason. Why do we talk about the right of children? There's the 1989 Convention on the Rights of the Child, CRC, set out the human rights which applies to all children from birth, from 0 to 18 years. So we can say here that a child is from 0 to 18. The Convention of the Right of Children is a fantastic tool, not just for advocacy, not just for programming, but also for guiding our everyday behavior with children. Duty bearers. Duty bearers are people with an obligation to respect, promote, and realize children's rights. The state is the main duty bearer, including everyone who works for the state. Like, we have the police officers, we have the lawyers, we have the teachers, we have social workers. The state maintains ultimate responsibility, but it may delegate some responsibility to others, such as private companies and civil society groups. The international community also has obligation to support the state in fulfilling its child's responsibility. Now, parents, relatives, and caregivers are described as secondary duty bearers. But we must know this, that the state is the first duty bearers. So the state has the full obligation, the full right to protect children. Then the parents and the caregivers are the secondary duty bearers. Children's rights are special human rights. As we all know, we have human rights. And so children's rights are also special human rights as well. Everyone has human rights. As independent human beings, children have human rights. However, as children are in a special phase of development, they require specific rights to ensure they are properly nurtured and increasingly empowered in line with their evolving capacity. Child's right is therefore a subset of the human right. So we understand this. Now we talk about right. What are these rights? How do we know the right of these children, so we don't end up abusing them? What are the rights? What are these rights? Every child has a right to an identity. Yes, all children have right to a name and nationality from birth, which automatically means a child's birth must always be registered, ensuring his or her protection and support by his or her own country. If the birth is not registered, the child will not be recognized by the state and will not receive care nor education. And so let's not deprive our children of this. They have a right to an identity. a right to a legal protection. Every child has a right to health. All children should be cared for if sick. All children should be well fed, protected from drugs, and enjoy living conditions which are not dangerous to their health. And so when you see a child in a vulnerable state, the first point is to ensure that for the best interest of that child is to ensure that the child is okay. Every child has a right to education. Yes, all children have the right to an education and access to skills which will help them prepare for their future. And so empowerment is also good for children. When you educate a child, you educate a nation. Every child has a right to a family life. I'm from a family. You are from a family. And so every child should not be denied family. All children have the right to live with people who love and care for them. Preferably their families, relatives, or by caregivers if their own family cannot look after them, if they failed in their responsibilities and they are being abused by their family. I must say this: institutions are not the best place for children to live and to grow well. I'm not trying to condemn the orphanages, but how many can they really love and care for and nurture? Because the children are so many in institutions. And so every child should be in a family. Every child has a right to be protected from violence. Each child must be protected from violence from his own family or any person who wishes to harm him or her. And so when you see a child and you just know that this child, if something is not done, he or she is going to be so vulnerable and abused, or something is going to happen, you shouldn't ignore. You might not be the mother, you might not be the father, but you must respond. You must ensure you come to the aid and rescue of that child. Children should never be obliged to suffer or inflict heat treatment or any act of sexual or physical or emotional violence on. Abuse. Children should never be abused because they are children. Every child has a right to an opinion. All children have the right to express their views, just the way you and I do it. They also have the right to be informed and give their opinion about the world around them. Don't push children away and say, oh, they are too small. No. Children have the right to participate in matters that concerns them. They have a decision to also make. And so that is why you are there as an adult to guide their decisions, to guide their actions. But they should never, never be pushed away from contributing, from participating, and from sharing their own views. Every child has the right to be protected from armed conflict. All children must be protected from war and its consequences, such as being a refugee, injured, prisoner, or forced into armed conflict. War is not good for our children. It traumatizes them and leaves them damaged. And so peace should be our major focus. We should all strive to live in peace and not in pieces. I must say that. Yeah. Every child has the right to be protected from exploitation. A child should not be obliged to work in difficult or dangerous conditions in order to survive or support his family. A child should not be the one held in the home. He shouldn't be the one providing. It's an abuse. The right to equality and respect for differences. Each child has the same right regardless of his race, his color, religion, language, or culture, gender, or abilities. And so a child should not be the one leading a home. A child can support in errands and are not harmful to him or her, but shouldn't be the one providing, is dangerous. It's called early exposure, and it can go a long way to destroy that child. Now, what's our responsibility to protecting the right of children? How do we work with these rights, these basic rights? How do we function with them? As a parent, as a caregiver, as a teacher, whoever you are to any child, married or unmarried, we all have responsibility to protect children if we want to see a society that is stable and healthy. Every one of us must be intentional with how we live every day of our lives, because children are great imitators. They do what you do, not what you say. That's very true. When you tell a child, do this, no, he's looking at what you're doing, and he's waiting for an opportunity to express the same. Every one of us must build up children in a positive way so they can live out their full expression and become what they were created to be. Every child has a plan in life. Every child has a purpose. Every child has a future, and they too matter. Every child deserves love, attention, care, and basic essential services needed for his or her survival. And so we shouldn't deny our children of what they truly need, whether they are your children or they are not. Never ignore children. Never abuse children. Never do things intentionally to cause children pain, because children are the living message that God is not yet discouraged of man. When you hear that someone has put to birth, know that God has a plan again. And so we should know that the way children come into this world every day, that should give us an assurance and confidence that nothing is going to happen in our society. Nothing bad is going to happen. And so we must protect them. The least we can do for any child is to stand up, defend, protect their right and well-being. Child protection is my business, is your business, is everyone's business. And so you and I must decide today that you will stand up for them. I will stand up for them. We all, as a nation, as a people, as a community, no matter our background, our state, rich or poor, we must defend the child. The child should be our major focus. There's a saying that goes that it is hard to repair adult than to build. It is easier to raise up children than to build up broken adults. When children grow up and they are broken, it is difficult to be repaired. The best time to build up children is while they are still children. And so we all need to do the needful to ensure that the rights of children are protected wherever they are. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful session. I'm glad you did. I really love to hear from you. I want to see your comment. I want to see your likes. I want to see you share. I want to know how you saw this topic that we discussed. You're free to ask questions. I need your reviews. Thank you so much for watching. Please, I beg again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Bye. Stay safe.